Nowrid, and welcome to IQI Canada's evening talk. Today, we're going to discuss about how it looks and feels working in IQI from the 6 years of experience we have. So, let me introduce myself. I'm Nowrid. I'm the head of marketing for the group GUI IQI. Alongside with me, I have an amazing person. Dante, over to you to introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, NORAD. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, he is amazing, and we'll find out why in a bit. My name is Dante Azarmi. I'm the head of business development in GUI IQI.
How you describe IQI culture? Is it all about uh, praising the bosses?
Oh no, definitely not. And I don't think they like being praised.
Yeah, yeah,
For
that's what
us, but we do it anyway because we want to. Like it's
yeah,
a lot of people think like we're sitting up on this like chair and talking about our bosses waiting for us to get like a handout or anything. Not at all, not at all. And I think you described IQI's culture in its management itself. So IQI is a very open-hearted culture, is an ecosystem, and literally in this ecosystem, some of the most important things are your mental growth, your growth in the career, your emotional growth as well. Because in IQI we do work very, it's our motto, we do work very hard and we do enjoy life as well. But one of the most important things that people don't see is that when we say we're family, we really actually mean family. I'll get into that in like detail, and I'll give you guys some examples, of course. But when I do say that, what I'm actually like referring to is that our teams, they talk to each other, we communicate. If there's some kind of an issue going on, we don't just like focus on your job issue or like your task or anything like that, how you're doing at work. We want to know how you're doing in your life. If there's something outside externally actually like giving you pain, and we ask that, we want to know about you, we want to make sure. So anyone new that comes into IQI, the amount of excitement from everyone is like nuts. Like you will see the whole WhatsApp group like clapping, everyone's like welcome, welcome. And it doesn't stop there. When you actually enter IQA, immediately you make friends like the snap of a finger, and your teammates literally become your friends. In NORAD's group itself, I see them in groups going on trips, going on, a lot of like, hiking here, there. They're a very tight knit group of friends, and this is the beauty of IQI. We don't just say we're family. We look for solutions in problems. We don't create problems. If there anybody's in stress and things like that, other people rush to help that person. They don't point and say this guy can't do their job, and at the same time ourselves, if we feel that there's something wrong, we're not afraid to go and express it. Or if we feel that we can't do something, we're not afraid to look to our teammate and say, look, I can't do this, can you help me? There's no shortage of asking for help because everybody is there, and we're such hybrids that even if we are in one situation, like in one post, for example, I might be head of business development, but you might see me doing graphics, doing logos, doing like jumping over and doing emceeing, because we actually want to help each other, and we are an ecosystem, so we symbiotically help each other grow. And that's one of the most important parts about this IQA culture. Nord, you mentioned about Shahid, how he talks to you, motivates you, and how Nabil, motivates you as well. I've had actual personal problems in during my life, and I know you have had as well. Like a lot of people, I think a lot of people can testify that they have been able to go into their offices, and I'm telling you guys, most of us have even shed tears in front of these men, right? And they were there for us. They picked us up and they actually said, it's fine. You can do this. You can go forward. And they didn't just like say it. They
mm,
did things to help us go forward. So that's IQ culture. IQ culture means love, means caring, means being together. It's that unity that makes IQ culture. Damn, I got a little. Norman, what do you think about IQ culture?
I kind of agree with you because when we see from outside, we felt culture means maybe giving promotions, giving increment, giving a
Yeah.
certificate. That's it. But it's just a very small part of the culture. What
Correct.
I felt culture is talking to people, understanding them, and creating platform for them. And that's what they are doing. That's what IQI is doing. And as I said, like, is it all about praising the bosses? And the reason I asked this question purposely, because I still remember there's a situation where I was reporting to Nabil, and I was saying that, oh, I have done this, I have done that. And he stopped and he said, no, it's we. And I had no clue why he is trying to take away my works, credit, and why he's trying to distribute among everyone. But then he talked to me. As I said, it takes 2 years me to understand what he's trying to say, but now I understand. So that's what culture looks like. Culture is not only about money, not only about increment, because then you will go in a stage in your life where money will be important, will appreciation will be important, but how you empower a person, that becomes one of the most crucial part of your career. And I think this is where they have created an amazing culture, not only with you and me, with everyone. And the second thing, those practices we have seen among the team members, like what you said about my team, and whenever I interact with any other team, I 98% time I had a very positive and nice vibes, and 2% times definitely people can have a bad day, and it's very rational. If I would say 100%, then it sounds unbelievable. So
Yeah, it's true.
that's all.
NORAD actually, like, I wanted to, like, point out to our viewers as well. NORAD has really emulated what we just talked about. Like, he is an incredible leader, and he has literally turned over the marketing department to this amazing culture of, just like, I love. And one thing that I always tell him as well, and I'm telling everybody as well, I love seeing the marketing team work. It's just how unison they are, how loving they are towards each other, and how, and they actually have this one thing that they do, and I wanted to, like, express to you guys, is that they have sessions where each member can talk to the heads of the department in the marketing side. So
Okay.
they,
Yeah, sorry,
right, right.
sorry to cut you off. This is also part of the culture. So, to me, everyone is important, from intern to the most senior person, and you need to give them an opportunity to express themselves. If you ask them in the meeting, oh, Dante, what's your problem? Maybe your problem is with Mr. X, and Mr. X is also in the meeting, and you want to express yourself in front of Mr. X. You need to give them some privacy so they can, express themselves. And again, it's not like we are appreciating people to bitching about others, but
No.
it's about expressing yourself. You might be right or wrong, but when you release your pressure and you're mentioning a problem, maybe it can sound like accusing sometime, but that's my job as a leader, or that's your job, Dante, as a leader, to make them feel you shouldn't accuse, you should take it as an example, and we should find out how can we go through this. So that's the culture, yes, we have created. So we appreciate people speak up, and they mention their problems.
Of course, we look for solutions. We don't look for
Yeah. So Dante, let me tell you something first, regarding, because I moved to Canada in last April, and definitely I miss you.
and we miss you so much.
Yeah. So like, I would like to tell you first how it is different a little bit. The transition I went through from Malaysia to Canada, and then I would ask you a very similar question as well, because I know you are also going through a lot of transition, even in terms of work. So
Of course.
when I first come to Canada, um, I must admit it was very challenging, because you were surrounded by 22 amazing people. That means my team. They all are super productive, super smart,
Oh yeah.
and super amazing. And it's not only super amazing; it's about the sync we have with each other. That's like was mind blowing. So when I come in Canada, definitely people don't know me. I don't know the people. So it was taking time to adjust. And then I'm very fortunate that I got two people in my team, Celine, and there's another person, Gina. and we are trying to create this similar kind of dimension in here. And I would say 60% we have create an environment like what we are having in IQI Malaysia. But I'm pretty sure within 6 months we will do that. So Dante, I know you went through like different tasks. You were involved in being in touch with the international team, and then you went to the business development. You being part of the event, you're being an MC. So how you handle those transition?
Well, it's basically like it's all about the mindset for me. Like, I will go and put myself in certain position, and then I will try to emulate myself into understanding what the situation is, what the solution is, what's needed from me, how can I make it better. So that's basically like every person who gets into a situation in the transition that you're having, you have to remember, don't bring with you the negativity of moving from something to another thing. Change isn't always a bad thing. In
Agree.
fact, in most cases, it's very good, And once you do move to the other part, don't bring the resentment or the, lack of interest or lack of motivation with you. Bring what you've learned from the first phase. And once you enter the second phase, you utilize all that you have learned to now grow into that new position, and at the same time utilize what you've learned to make it even better than what you could have been or what is expected from you. So every time I did, like for example, if I went to become an MC in the past, I didn't MC such big crowds, but when I went to MC for like the IQI festival with like 2,000 people in front of me, or like 3,000 people in front of me, and the next one, and more as we went along. Of course, when I went up, I had a little bit of a stage fright, but once you're there, you just move. You tell yourself, you have the mindset is like, I'm here. There's no turning back. What is for me to do? Just move
Yeah,
forward. Make it as grand as you can and just live your life to the fullest that you can be. As we say in IQI, enjoy life. That's what we
exactly.
mean by enjoy life. Thank you so much for this session. I
Yeah,
think we should have more of these sessions, and I think it's upcoming soon, right?
yeah, yeah. There'll be a few coming
Wonderful.
soon. So,
Amazing.
Dante, thanks a lot for your time. It's always pleasure to talk to you on the camera, off the camera. so,
Always
so
missing you a lot here.
yeah, thanks a lot. Let's catch up more, and let's do some great work together. I'm pretty sure still there's a long way to go.
100%. I think I'm going to be seeing Norris for the next 10 years. So,
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see more of our faces. In fact, like you're going to see more of his face, of course, but like, you're going to see a lot of us. So, yeah, brace yourself.
thank you. Thanks a lot, everyone. I hope you guys have enjoyed the session from Dante and myself. If you are interested to join in IQI, please send us a message and we will get in touch with you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you.